Hello everyone! World of Warcraft has some pretty cool holiday events that players can look forward to throughout the entire year. Maybe you really love chocolates and you look forward to Noble Garden, where you can scuff as many chocolates as you want and collect a Swift Spring Strider or a purple bunny pet. Maybe pink or purple isn't quite your thing though. You really look forward to Hollow's End, so you can spend the entire event farming the Headless Horseman for his mount. And never getting it, of course. Regardless of your thoughts on chocolates or undead mounts, however, there is an event that some could argue tops all of them. I am, of course, speaking about Brewfest. Unless you've been living under a rock, or perhaps you're role-playing as a very dedicated nun, you've probably participated in, or at least heard of, the Brewfest. It's that time of year when we all ride around on rams, scuff our faces with sausages to win competitions, drink gallons and gallons of beer until our character doesn't know how to walk straight anymore, and generally try our best to have a good time. Though we've all heard of Brewfest, its origins are perhaps less well known, and that is perhaps how its founder would like it. Chen Stormstout would rather that we all just celebrate the beer and the brew than we do him. You see, it was Chen, the Pandaren brewmaster, who traveled all over Azeroth seeking the most wondrous of brews, and he had heard that the brew crafted by the dwarf Grimboo's Thunder Brew, that was simply amazing. With a name like that, the brew had to be good, and Chen asked if he could taste this delicious drink. Grimboo's, himself a connoisseur of the craft, he agreed, but only if he could sample what this strange Pandaren had made. And so it began, the first Informal Brewfest. Chen and Grimboo's sat and drank like it was fresh as wicked Scholomans, even managing to empty Chen's jug of 1,000 cups. Despite the rigorous testing, each of these brew barons, they came to the same conclusion. The brew of their companion, it was better than their own. To settle this, other people would need to test their brews and they could decide. And so, Brewfest was born. The Festival of Brews. It takes place in September, and it draws in people from all over Azeroth to take part in this annual appreciation of brew, cheese, and pretzels. As we enjoy the revelry, we have a chance to earn the Brewmaster title, to adopt some cool new pets, like the Stout Elemental, and even a chance to earn some brilliant new mounts, like the Brewfest Kodo. Nobody wants to miss out the fun of Brewfest. And that includes those that we might not always be able to see. Many a drunk Brewfest partier has woken up in the morning with an entirely predictable hangover and a vague memory of a small, unusual little critter that they had seen the night before. Only visible to the drunk, these wily critters are attracted to the scent of the festival, and they're a sight worth getting drunk for. They are
Wolpertinger.
Besides being an incredibly satisfying word to say, Wolpertinger. These cute little fellas are small hare-like creatures with the head, body, feet and tail of a hare, but with some bird wings, antlers and fangs mixed in. Wolpertingers are said to live in the forest of Bavaria in southern Germany, with many inns having delicately made stuffed Wolpertingers displayed inside. They are rumored to be the offspring of a romantic entanglement between a hare and a deer, and Bavarian store owners have enjoyed teasing tourists by selling them authentic Wolpertingers taxidermies ever since. They are odd and awesome, and Brewfest is the only time that they come out of hiding within World of Warcraft. There's one exception that we know of though, but you still need to be drunk to see them. The level 110 world quest in Stormheim, called a Yarl's Feast. It's a giant toast to a Yarl fallen in glorious combat, and we've been asked to participate. By drinking mead, starting toasts, and even getting involved in some fisticuffs, we're honoring his memory. The side effects of drinking all that mead is, of course, eventually you'll begin to feel just a little bit drunk. And when you're drunk, you realize that there's another critter here who is loath to miss a party. A stormy Wolpertinger. You can't really interact with these little guys, and you don't see them again. But it's nice to know that they're up here too, attracted by the scents and smells of the party. The regular Wolpertingers found in Brewfest, they have little more to offer us. During Brewfest, US players can take part in the quest called Catch the Wild Wolpertinger. Goldark Snipe Hunter wants us to capture 5 of the fluffy little friends. He gives us a Wolpertinger net to catch them, but we can still only see them to catch them when we're drunk. We can either drink mead until we're actually drunk, or we can wear the Synthbrew goggles, which makes our vision seem alcoholic impaired, while saving us from the hangover. Once you can see them, you'll see them all over the Brewfest grounds, and throwing the Wolpertinger nets over 5 of them, it will be all that you need to do. Return back to Goldark, and he'll reward you with the Wolpertinger 10 cards, which you can use to claim your very own Wolpertinger. For EU players, the process is a little bit simpler, and we can buy him from the Brewfest vendors. Our own adorable little Wolpertinger is a rather unique battle pet, because only ourselves and other people in our group or raid, they can actually see the Wolpertinger. It is invisible to other players unless they are drunk. Now never one to miss out on a party, and given an opportunity by a Scholomance student Brewfest prank run awry, the Wolpertingers have found a way to Hearthstone. Here he is, a common hunter minion card with 1 health, 1 attack and 1 cost mana. His battle cry will summon a copy of the card, giving you 2 Wolpertingers for the price of 1. Was not a card useful in all situations. For the early game, the Wolpertinger could be a good choice, giving you 2 minions for the cost of 1 mana. Well, that's all there is to know about the Wolpertinger, a creature who loves partying, brew and staying out of sight. Kind of like a rogue on a rave, but a whole lot more cuddly. Try him out when you see him in Hearthstone, and be on the lookout for them in Brewfest. If you choose to have a few meads, or you make use of those Singe Brew coggles, who knows where those Wolpertingers could be hiding. Right, that was one hell of a script to get through. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. Subscribe if you like my videos, leave a like if you enjoyed this one, and until next time, see ya!